I see a troubling scenario developing.
That troubling scenario, alluded to by Representative of the 3rd District, Julian Fraser, is one which he sees as the United Kingdom creeping into key government positions here in the British Virgin Islands, ahead of locals. The seasoned legislator has placed a public voice to that concern, discussed in hushed tones up until now. Subsequent to Governor John Duncan's appointment of Phil Sharman as Auditor General, Mr. Fraser turned up his nose, stating that something doesn't smell right. To further delve into this issue with Mr. Fraser, I sat down with him.
It is obvious to me that those particular positions that are being held by UK nationals are key positions in a strategy that I believe is playing itself out, where the government is under serious threat of being investigated. And leading that investigation is the governor, in my view. And these positions that he has filled will pursue that particular agenda that the governor is having. I am afraid that because the government seems to have gotten wind of it, it creates an atmosphere of unease within the government and their ability to govern the territory. We are actually developing this country, leaving our people behind. I think the Premier knows a whole lot more than he's saying, and if he doesn't, then we're in a sad situation. Mm-hmm. What you saw in Facebook from me was what I consider to be the tip of a spear. There's not just a PAC chairman, you got a commissioner of police, you got a director of public prosecution, you got the commissioner of prison, and you got an auditor general. It's a whole, this is a puzzle with many pieces.
You seem to be of the view that the government, or maybe the Premier at least, is aware of this underbelly coming out of the UK. But is there anything at all that they can do to stop it, starting with putting an end to the appointment of additional UK nationals to prominent posts in central government?
Listen, my view is that it is being done from a position of weakness. If the Premier and the government stands up and they know that no one can dangle anything over their heads, they can stand up. Stand right up and tell the governor, listen, that position will be filled by a BVI national or someone of our choosing. And end of story. But if you're weak, if you're in a position of weakness, if you lost your strength, you have to capitulate. And that's what I feel is happening right now.
What's your response to persons who have said and are saying that you're just bitter why you've made such a comment?
I don't know if the truth has anything to do with bitterness. Who put him there? So it's his own personal preference. He decided that that's what he wanted to do. He has an agenda.